Hi guys, it's Gwen Fox, and have you ever wondered what's in the artist's mind? Well, let me tell you, you're going to find out, because in the video that you guys have been watching of the painting, I am going to dissect that for you so that you can understand the mistakes that I made, how I corrected them, and what went right. So I'll see you there. Don't go away. Hi, it's Gwen Fox, and I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm glad I'm here because surgery is over and I'm still in the sling. I will be for about another 3 weeks, I understand. But I'm really happy because I'm with you, and that always makes me happy. Anyway, you have watched over the last few weeks while I have been recovering, you have watched videos of a painting that I did. And now, not to bore you even more with that painting, what I have done is I have made a video of it going fast forward, just really fast. And it's 3 minutes long. But after that video, what I would like to do is to then take the painting apart, so to speak, and dissect it for you. Answer questions such as, why did you use that color there? What happened here? What brush did you use? And the mistakes that I made during this and what I had to redo. So stay tuned for that, because that's what you're going to really enjoy. It's getting to know the decisions that are made during the painting and the mistakes that are made and how they're corrected. So I'll see you there.
Hand in hand on the warm sand, we are walking barefoot and free. In your eyes, I see blue skies reflection, and everything is blue and blurry. Kissed by sun, loved by winds, we're so happy at this lovely place. No sorries, no worries, let it always be a sunny day. Whoa, just for you and me. Whoa, a sunny day. Whoa, let it always be. Whoa, a sunny day. Your embrace and your smiling face are making every moment miraculous. I believe as long as we live, our love will be deep and true and cloudless. Take my
So now we're starting with the painting, and we're just drawing on the shapes, getting the design in to make sure we've got what we want. Then I'm adding dark. I need to have my darks in. I am not necessarily worried about, is it just pure black? And excuse me. And now I'm adding some color. It's an oil, so it's transparent orange I'm adding. And I love that color. It's just beautiful. And you can see that when you mix it, it goes into other colors. Then I'm adding some blue. And as you can see, and I'll say this many times, I add my colors. I mean, I don't add my colors. I blend my colors on the canvas or the ampersand board. This is a cradle board. And it's just fun. You're just playing, and I'm just doing some doodling on here because what am I doing? I'm trying to connect with the painting. I know where I want my center of interest, but I'm trying to connect with what it wants to say. And now I'm trying to find shapes. Where are my shapes? Where do I want them? And I'm doing it with the squeegee, and you can see how wet this is. This is really wet. So I left it, and this is what it did. So now I'm coming in, and I'm going to reestablish my darks because I need to do that. But I also leave part of the history of the first part of the painting. And I'm putting darks in wherever I feel that I'm going to need them, because that's going to help me establish exactly the design of the painting. And as I go along, I blend, I bring in the blue, and I blend it with the black, and I still leave some little holes just because I want the history. Now, I've got my big brush. It's a 1-inch house painting type brush, and my center of interest is going to be in this upper left-hand corner. So I've got to start establishing this, and I'm going to do my kind of scratch through, because I just love to scratch through. It's just fun. It relaxes me. I feel good about it. And then, of course, I cover it up. But that's okay. That's okay. And since I do want blue in this painting, I'm continuing putting some blue in. I keep saying this over and over and over. I'm playing. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. And I know you guys think, oh, yes, you do. No, I don't. I really don't. There I am again. I am having fun. I am having fun by just scratching through. And it relaxes me. But there's something wrong with this painting. And do you see it? It is the center of so you see there, right there? I've got a hole in the middle of my center of interest. And I just want you to look at those beautiful neutrals up in the upper left. It's gorgeous. But anyway, so I didn't see that until I stepped back. So you've got to step back and see that. So now I'm going to have to go in, and I'm going to have to kind of change that around, because I don't want that. I don't want equal distance around that transparent orange. And I'm still working around it, though, because I can't figure out exactly what I want to do with it. But there, I'm just going for it. You see, I'm blending. I'm mixing in some of the black. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to figure it out. I know I need darker blue, so here we go on the darker blue. The brushes that I'm using are 1-inch or a 1-inch house painting brush, which a house painting brush is a lot thicker and it holds more. And then this is a 1-inch brush that's a regular art brush. And so I've decided, though, that this needs color up here. If I'm going to put color up there, I got to put color around and see how it's going to look, blending in with the blue, which then makes kind of a soft green, which really is quite nice. I just didn't want a dark line up there at the black, so I'm softening that. kind of fun. You make all these decisions as you go. Now I've decided, okay, I need to establish my center of interest, and I want it established with a hard line, a really beautiful, contrasty, hard, straight line. I don't have it yet, but I will get it. Just adding more paint and thinking as I go. There I do this put that on, and I don't like the shape, so I come in and I try and cover it up. Not cover it up, but to change the shape. Okay, here I take my squeegee and I am making this a sharp, very sharp line. And then after I do that, I want to see my values. So I take blue cellophane and I put over the painting, and there I see my values. So it's a good trick to do. Now let's see, what are we doing next? We are going to put in some extra color and then mix it in. Pretty thick paint at this point. I'm not as thin. And now at the center of interest, I want high contrast, the black and the white with a sharp line. You definitely know where you're going to go. And I think, okay, well, maybe this isn't enough interest up in the upper left-hand corner. I have blue, then I do the green over it. But I love the blending and the color that I get because that's what I do. I think it's really cool. Then I'm adding white because I don't like that line coming down. I need it. There it is. I need that softness so the eye doesn't go out. Now what I'm doing is that I am adding some interest within the black. I don't want it to be just black. So it's got to have interest. And so I'm adding color that's already in the painting. And then I notice I've got a hole right there in the middle of the painting. This is why you stand back. And so I'm changing this shape and then softening it up, and I have the finished painting. And so then I look at it, it's finished, and I take a better picture of it. Anyway, I hope this has helped. If you've got questions, please let me know, and I will answer them. I will see you next week, and have a fabulous, fabulous week.